ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick,
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 4K action figure review on the NECA Toys Evil Inc. comics, the Armory Wars Coheed and Cambria 2-pack. I gotta give a big thanks to Coheed and Cambria and NECA Toys for making this review possible and sending out these figures my way. I think this is very cool. So you guys know the band Coheed and Cambria, right? Very famous, very good music, and these characters in this comic is integrated into their music, and I just think that's a dope idea. So Coheed Kilganon and Cambria Kilganon are the parents of the Claudio Kilganon character, right? And Claudio Sanchez is the writer of the comics and everything, so he integrates the lyrics and the comics together and everything, and I think that's just really awesome. Now, I haven't read any, so there may be, you know, like Easter eggs, like the symbol in the back of the packaging that I'm not familiar with, but I did read up on it a little bit, and you can see some comic art right over there, and then you have Coheed right there, and then on the back you can see both of the characters. It says, two heroes from the past are made to do the unthinkable, be their enemy's greatest weapon. And then it says include energy blast, arm cannon, clip-on blade attachments, and then you can see Cambria right there, and there's the artwork, and then on the top it says the Armory Wars, and then on the very bottom you can see all the people responsible for creating the figures. So if you want to read the cast and crew, you can go ahead and pause it right now. All right, let's get to it and look at the accessories. So here we go. We get this arm cannon right over here for Coheed, and then these two blast effects for Cambria, and then these left arm spikes that you can just go ahead and add to Coheed. So let's start with the Cambria figure, because I really like these effects right over here. This is really dope. I like this a lot. So very cool blast effects coming out right over here, and these are made so that you could put her hands right on top of them, so they plug into the fingers. It's a little tricky to find, and they are specific to whichever side they're supposed to plug into, so you'll know that you've got it wrong right away, and you can see how it plugs in to the left side right there very easily. And then for the right side, just look for those finger holes and just plug those in right there, and yeah, and it holds pretty well. You shake the figure around, and there you go. So really like these effects right here. Those are very cool. Really like that. And then to get this arm cannon on Coheed, all you gotta do is just pop off the left hand, so that's interchangeable, and then you can just go ahead and thunk this on into the forearm, and it just clips in there. Once you get it on there properly, it just clicks in, as you just heard it right there. So that's very cool, and this thing looks awesome. I love this paint shading. Oh, it just came off on me. How did I do that? Ah, jeez. Here, maybe if I roll this up a little better. There you go. Yeah, alright, that's a lot better. But anyway, yeah, I really like these paint apps. That looks really good. I love that gradient, nice clean line work right there. I like how we get the baby blue kind of fading into a very light blue, and you can see the two tones right over here at the bottom. So that's pretty neat. Really dig that a lot. And then there's where you get some cannon blasting and everything. Then you get these spikes right over here, which just attach to the arm. These are supposed to go right here, or that one goes right there. This one I have a hard time getting to stay on the back of this left arm right here. So I just kind of tend to clip just the top half of it, but it just wants to pop off on me a lot. So I don't want to break anything, but it just doesn't stay as well as I'd like it to, so I'm going to put that one aside. I don't want to rip the fabric or anything like that right over here. But anyway, let's get a closer look at these head sculpts. And there's not a lot of sculpted work throughout on the figures. You know, they have a lot of soft goods on them, but I really like how the head sculpts look, or they really remind me of how, you know, the comic book art looks. So I think they've done a fantastic job with that. That looks really good. Nice hair sculpt throughout over here. So that's very cool. And I dig this whole armor piece right over here. That looks really neat. So really dig that. Very, very cool. You get some nice straps over there and everything. Then the soft goods throughout, pretty much on the rest of the figure. You can see the belt, and you get a strap around the leg, and then you get these boots right over here with nice sculpted wrinkles in them and everything, and you get peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and with designated letters and everything. And then for the Cambria figure, and just like Coheed, you can see very comic looking right there. So she's got that angry face and those teeth showing. And then that hair wafting backwards, not looking bad at all. I like that. So nice, pretty black hair right there. And then yeah, nice sculpt. You know, she's got the the chimbo, I call them chimbo rosadas. Now I hope Claudio doesn't actually watch this video. I don't know. Do you think he might? I'm just gonna assume he won't. And then looking right over here, Looks pretty neat. I guess this is his fictional mother, so I really should, like, you know, watch my mouth, huh? But anyway, looking at those pouches right over there, that looks pretty neat. I really like that paint coloring and everything. See that nice black wash over the gray, so that's very cool. And then here's the rest of the figure. Yeah, kind of thin and everything, and she has one little strap right here. And you can see the boots and stuff. So let's go over the art. Oh, and she has peg holes at the bottom of the feet with the designated letters once more. So going over the articulation, you can see that the head will move up just a little bit and down, turn side to side. You get some head pivoting, and then the shoulders move outward. I wish these straps sat more on the top of her shoulders than like on her arms. That is a little gripe of mine. But you can move them outward, in, then rotate forward and back, and no bicep swivel, but you get a single jointed elbow and then rotation at the elbow, and the wrists turn up and down and turn side to side. And let me get that stop, that clicking stop. You get rotation right here at the waist, no crunching forward and back or anything, but the hips move outward that far. You get that elastic material right there. And then she'll kick forward at a weird angle and back at a weird angle, so no real thigh cut right there. And then the ankles move down. Oop, the strap, you know, got loose and put that right back. And then the ankles really just move down and up. This one's stuck on me, but I can move this one up and down just fine. And then the Coheed figure, whoop, and then I bumped into that and knocked that off. But the Coheed finger, the Coheed figure has a lot more articulation going on. So this guy, his head will move up and down a little bit, side to side, head pivoting, shoulders move outward and down, forward and back, bicep swivel, and then double jointed elbows. The wrists turn side to side and hinge up and down. And then you do get a waist joint that turns side to side, waist pivoting and waist crunching and forward and back. You just want to make sure that this panel goes, you know, back underneath the belt, and then you can move the hips outward like that. So that's pretty cool. And then you can kick forward, back, upper thigh cut, and then he has single jointed knees, and then up the strap, you know, kind of wiggled down, and then you get ankles that do move down, up, and he has beautiful ankle pivots. So a lot more articulation on the Coheed figure. All right, let's go ahead and measure these out. I measure out these two figures. You can see that the Cambria figure is standing, I want to say just a little under the 8-inch mark, and then the Coheed is standing at about 8.5 inches. And then for some comparisons for some other musical action figures that I have from NECA Toys, we have Sergeant D right over there, so you can see how they fit into scale. And then we have the Misfits mascot, the Fiend, right over there. The Crimson Ghost, looking pretty sweet right there next to those two. And then, of course, not last but not least, sorry, I almost knocked over my lamp, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. So yeah, man, these are pretty cool figures, pretty fun figures. Like the rest of the band figures that I've seen, it's not, you know, for everybody. I think these are best for people that are fans of the comic, fans of the band and everything, you know, like it's definitely catering to a specific group of collectors out there, and for those that are into this, like, you are really going to like them. So I'm very pleased with, you know, what you can do with them for the most part. I did get this joint loose right over here at the elbow. Just want to port that right back on right there. So if I can straighten out her arm so she's shooting that blast effect, yeah, that looks cooler. Yeah, I'm liking that. So yeah, they're fun figures to have, man. You know, I mean, like, again, not for every single person out there and everything, but there's some cool stuff going on, and if you're really into the band, you're really into the comics, you're really gonna like having these, man. They're pretty badass. So anyway, check out the website, link in the description below. Big thanks for NECA Toys and Coheed and Cambria making this happen over here, and the ink and big thanks to Evil Inc. and everything. So yeah, thanks so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have another video going up later today, and I will catch you guys then, or I'll catch you later. Either way, peace. Woo! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,